Well, good morning, boys and girls, friends, enemies. You know my rules, I'm not fussy. Just popped to the shop, as one does. And I thought I'd get it over and done with because we've got a massive storm coming through tonight. Torrential rain, high winds, the usual. The usual steady spring weather. Don't actually have a lot to talk about, but as it doesn't look as though I'll be going out for the rest of the week, looking at the weather, I thought I've got to come to the shop today. I'll trundle down and I'll just mumble. You gotta love spring weather, haven't you? You just gotta love it. We had a stonking summer last year. I just hope we're going to get a better one this year. You can always hope, can't you? Since I've done that suspension, roads like this have got a few big whoopies in it. Just so much more confident now. I used to plan overtakes on roads like this. Now I just go for them. It's brilliant. Whee. Okay, well, I was going to say she goes precisely where I put her, but I go on bends precisely where the pheasants put me. Got one of those big fat bugger, comes in the garden every morning, and if you go out there, boy does he read you the riot act. Let's see, yet another road closed. We had virtually a whole day the other day with no water. I wonder if that's what they're doing there. Water main burst. Doesn't it look beautiful? It looks almost summery. So I'm telling you now, the temperature's only about 7 degrees. Certainly feeling drafts where I don't particularly want drafts. So do you look at the weather and think, no, not going out today? What the heck we got up here? MILFs. Men in lycra. Is he going to pull in or wait for me to pull in? Gearbox isn't playing. Refuse to go in first then. It does that when it's cold, but she's not cold at the moment, she's warm. I wonder if I've got a clutch issue. It's all I need with summer coming, isn't it? The whole rear end stripped down for these buggers if the clutch is gone. It is not an easy job. I must admit, I do prefer the wet clutches where you just take the cover off and whack them in and out. The dry clutch on the BMW is an excellent clutch, but you have to have all the rear drive off, lift up the rear frame, strip out the gearbox. It's not a 2-minute job. We shall see, shall we? Just thought I'd go and have a toodle down the, staying there, good man. Toodle down the reservoir. See if any swifts and swallows have arrived yet. The other day I was there and there were a load of bugs. These minute little bugs that just irritate and hover above you. I don't know what they're called. They're like a miniature midge, and they usually herald the oncoming of the swifts and the swallows, who swallow those down, haha, pun, in great abundance. And I'm just going to look to see if there's any sign of them yet. I haven't seen any around the house, so possibly not. This is lovely, enjoying dry roads and good suspension. It's really nice. Feels normal. Tyres have warmed up. It makes a difference. After all that wet weather riding, cold weather riding, mud on road, to just be able to ride it how I want to ride it. Wind's kicking up. You know, as much as I hate these tyres in the wet, in the dry they feel really solid and planted. So if he was a summer rider, I can see why he put them on. The only downside is, and it's common apparently with these tyres, they do like to dive in on you. And I've noticed that on a couple of tight bends, they do want to really dive in. But grip feels good. Now this is a reservoir. Abbotston Nature Reserve. What I'm looking for is swallows and swifts, and I'm not seeing any. That's all I came here for. Normally there's clouds of them. We're talking 200 and 300, and they just decimate this area of those little bugs. Maybe they've already been. But as I say, I've not seen any around the house. Anybody else in the UK seen any signs of actual summer coming? Just on that long fast boring bit. Too much wind noise to record. We were saying, has anybody else around here noticed any swallows, swifts, etc.? Signs of summer. Oh, nice. Mark 1. Very nice. I had the Lotus version. Hee hee. Real yob around town I was. Yeah, had the long hair, Hancho Villa moustache, bell bottoms. Hee hee. Oh God, didn't we look sad? Go out in the evening, put your block shoes on. What did we look like? What was your fashion era? Would you dare wear what you wore in your teens for a day and go shopping? I wouldn't. Far too bloody embarrassed. Although it wasn't that long ago, bell bottoms come back into fashion, didn't they? When was that? Probably 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I saw all the kids running around in them. Jeans with holes in. I think they're still in fashion, aren't they? I've got about 4 pairs of jeans with holes in. Perhaps I should sell them. I've got Fire Trap, Levi's, they've all got split knees, but I actually still enjoy wearing them. And I never know with the split knees on the jeans, etc. I doubt I look fashionable at my age, but I still like my jeans. Perhaps some parts of us don't grow up. alright, my boy? Had a bit of a whoopsie.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You got anybody who can come and rescue you?
I ain't got anyone that can, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
How are you in yourself? Body? Are you alright? You know, you're... Sit down for a little while. I'm not sure I know anybody who's got a recovery truck.
I've got insurance, I'm fine, I'll call for recovery people, but I'm just going to sit down for a minute and my head is reverting.
Well, I'm going to stay with you for a minute, make sure you're alright if you don't mind. Oh. Checked him over. He landed in some soft mud. Everything works, fingers, toes. I suspect he's going to feel it in the morning. The reason I left is Grandad pulled up. And he's gone and parked his car just a little bit down the road and walked back to him. So he's with family. Otherwise I'd have stayed till recovery came. Yeah, you can tell he's alright because he was worrying about certain bits. The panels on his bike, apparently they're unobtainium. And he's a bit worried about trying to source a used one from somewhere so he can get it back on the road. And that's usually a good sign when you're more worried about your bike than yourself. My first wife, I was following her at some distance. We got separated by a car. She'd come around the roundabout, come off in the right hand lane, and a car that had come off on the left hand lane changed lanes onto her, put her under the Armco in the middle. First words out of her mouth, the jacket was shredded, jeans were shredded, all the usual. First words, how's my bike? Is my bike alright? Go check on my bike, I'm alright. As she was, had a lot of cuts and bruises. Got checked over by an ambulance that somebody had phoned. And I think when I had an off many years ago, I think my first thought with a bike. We're an odd breed, aren't we, bikers? I started off this little sort of vlog with nothing to say, talking about the weather. Found a lad in a ditch. Life is peculiar. Good God, you'd think it was summer. Shorts! Shorts! Bloody thermal underwear. And those shorts. Thank you, pal. They haven't got a clue. My rush to stop and walk back, I didn't take my phone, so I'd have had to run back to get my phone if there'd been anything seriously wrong. Nice to see he was alright. That bend, you can tell by the amount of dead headlights and bumper bits, and I know that bend. You've only got to go in about 2 miles too fast and you're buggered. It's one of those that sort of increases past the apex, so you line up the apex and swing in and it gets that little bit sharper again. It's like a miniature double apex. And wow, can that catch you out. Own stupidity. Road's dry. His tyres looked almost new and in good condition. I suspect, like me, he was having a bit of fun and overcooked it. Bit of a blowout. Doesn't harm, does it? Yep, clouds are gathering, look. They promised by about 4 o'clock. It's only 11 o'clock now, but by 4 o'clock we were going to be drowned. And the old clouds are gathering. Half an hour ago you could hardly see any. But the wind's quite wicked. The wind is picking up. It's been another one of those disjointed vlogs, isn't it? I'll be home in 10. Nice cup of tea. I've got some simnel cake that my sister made, so I'm going to have that, a slice of that. You stay safe, and I will catch you again shortly. Bye.